Hey guys! Welcome to the Freak Show. I'm DizzyAngelDemon, and today I'll be painting a Chibi Pony Adventures miniature. Let's check out what we've got. This is the hippocampus, or simply put, the sea pony. It was released back in 2014 as part of the first Chibi Pony Adventures miniature Kickstarter by Impact Miniatures. I'll include a link in the description box below for anyone interested in checking that out, but just keep in mind that the Kickstarter is already closed, so if you're interested in purchasing any of the minis, I'll also include a link to their web store. As a side note, I'm not affiliated with Impact Miniatures in any way, although I wouldn't be opposed to it. And yes, I did purchase these minis as part of the Kickstarter, so I supported the Kickstarter and purchased these minis with my own money. With that being said, I think it's time for the good part. Let's get painting. As you can see, I've already done the usual prep work and given the mini a coat of white primer. To start off, I'm going to mix up some Army Painter Blue ink and Vallejo Model Color in dark Prussian blue with some water to make a deep blue wash. By mixing the ink with the paint, it allows me to get a custom colored wash that's much deeper than the ink alone, and they give me a better consistency to work with when watered down together than if I was to use just the paint alone. I'm going to apply a generous amount of this wash all over the mini, focusing on filling all the little grooves and indentations to bring out the details. It's best to start at one end and work your way across the mini, keeping a wet edge so you don't get any ugly seam lines where the paint dries before you finish an area. If you do need to stop or let the wash dry for any reason, try to finish against an edge where the wash will naturally pool, where it's supposed to look darker. But don't stress about it. This step is pretty forgiving since it's just our first base coat. Now that's done and fully dried, we want to apply our second base coat in sky blue from Scale Color. Make sure to water it down quite a bit. I'd say roughly a 2:3 ratio water to paint. A little more watered down than you would normally paint with because we want to gradually build up the color. The trick is to not water it down too much because we still want to control the paint, and we definitely don't want it to flow all over like a wash. As you can see, we don't want to cover the dark wash lines. I'm taking the sky blue up to these dark edges and gradually building up the color as I get further away from them to create a soft transition between the two colors. Pretty neat, huh? So I'll continue with this process all over her body, building up the color gradually through multiple coats of paint. It's important to make sure to allow each coat to dry properly in between applications, otherwise you'll end up pulling up the paint from the previous coat and that just won't do. We want a nice, smooth transition. I'll leave her mane and tail till later because they're going to be a different color. And this is how it looks when the base coat of sky blue is all done. Well, my lovely little freaks and geeks, that wraps up part 1 of this painting series. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And make sure to stay tuned for part 2. I'm off to finish editing it right now. Before I go, here's a little something to ponder over. I think these Chibi Pony minis are really cute and lots of fun to paint. I'm not a huge fan of ponies, at least not anymore. I was back when I was a wee lass and I used to watch the original cartoon series. Oh, how I miss those 80s cartoons. And the 90s cartoons too. They just got better. Were you a kid of the 80s or 90s? Maybe earlier, maybe later? And what was your favorite childhood cartoon? Tell me all about it in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. Bye!